Hi guys, we are looking for Forex traders just like you to take part in our educational challenge. You can earn while you learn. The goal, the purpose of this educational challenge is for you to become a pro trader and trade capital of up to $500,000. You will be given access to a bespoke indicator that has been developed by expert traders over many years. This indicator makes it easy to identify buying and selling opportunities in the market. So, if you think you've got what it takes to complete this challenge, then click on the link below. Morning traders, welcome back to Simply Forex. Today is Tuesday the 11th of April, and as always we'll look back at yesterday's trades. Bit of a non-event, guys. It was Easter Monday. We're going to look at today's trades and we're going to look at the important news for today as well. Before we look back at yesterday's trades, guys, just a few things to remind you, refresh your memory. First of all, guys, we've got the free Discord. Come join it. Loads of cool things, trade ideas, knowledge, general chit chat. So come join that. We've also got the VIP Discord where you have access to me. You get my trade ideas as and when they happen. You also have exclusive content and access to a performance coach. All of these things are in the VIP Discord. Secondly, guys, if you would like to be mentored one-on-one with myself, then we're offering a mentorship program. So if you email us, we will send you all the details. And thirdly, guys, we also have an educational challenge where we give you a bespoke indicator to use and learn, and then you can trade, and there are some great rewards as part of this challenge. So guys, check all those things out. They are all in the video description. Right, let's look back at yesterday's trades then. So trades for Monday, that was yesterday, just in case you weren't sure. And one of them was this, guys. It was Aussie dollar against the Swiss franc. I mean, I didn't actually trade yesterday, guys. It was Easter Monday. Volume's going to be a little bit light. Although there were some moves in the market, I just didn't trade. But let's have a look at the pairs we looked at if you did trade. So the first one was this, Aussie dollar against the Swiss franc. And we were looking to short this pair, guys, yeah? It was in a downtrend. Yeah, we wasn't sure if it was picking up momentum, but then bang, yeah, it came storming back down. So at this point, we had lower lows. It broke this low and even this low. All right, so we're seeing lower highs and lower lows. So we're in a downtrend. That's the structure of the market. And then if we zoom in, guys, yeah, we also had, some bearish candles. Yeah, admittedly, guys, this one could have been more bearish, but we were just trying to take this down with momentum and take price back down to this target here, this 0600, 06,000 psychological level. We drop down to the H1 now. Yeah, we had this grey zone mapped out in here. All right, so we had this grey zone mapped out. And we did get a reaction, guys. I mean, the only candle we could potentially trade on would have been this one. This is the only candle that tells me sellers are in control. But there's just no room to move into with this candle. You know, let's say we entered here, put our stop above here. You know, our next target is here, guys. Yeah, the risk to reward isn't there. This would have been your risk. Yeah. And this would have been your reward. Okay, so the trade didn't make sense because my first target is always the H1 low in this case, or high in an uptrend. So for me, it was a bit of a non-event. And to be honest with you guys, just a little interesting point. If price breaks this grey zone, yeah, we get a bullish green candle, although our higher time bias is to short this pair, you know, sometimes I trade from zone to zone. Okay, so if we get a break here, I believe this will make it up to this grey zone. Okay, so we've had a change in H1 structure and we can just trade back up to the next grey zone. All right, so yeah, it would be against our higher time frame idea, but this is possible as well. So just to let you know, guys, information is power. The next trades were also Swiss franc pairs, and we were looking at Euro Swiss franc. Okay, again, this was more of a weekly play, these Swiss franc pairs, guys, because you can see on the weekly chart, guys, again, you should do a top-down approach. Look at weekly, daily, H4, H1. Get as much information as you can to make the right decision. But this Swiss franc pair, Euro Swiss franc pair, is in a downtrend. Yeah, so potentially back down to these lows here. And if you look at these candles, that is telling me sellers, sellers, sellers. That is what it is telling me. These candles. Look at these wicks. You know how much I love a wick, guys. Yeah, love a wick, love candlesticks. Very sad. Okay, but H1, if we go back to that now. Sorry, if we go back to the day chart. So we're seeing all that weekly selling pressure, but we just wanted a break of this grey zone, retest, and then come down. And if that happens, it's still a trade. But yesterday you can see these lows held. And it was the same for pound Swiss franc as well. Let's find pound Swiss franc. Again, weekly play. Yeah, look at the weekly selling pressure. Yeah, look at these candles. Yeah, that is sellers, sellers, sellers. Okay, guys, read the candles. Very important. Very, very, very important. All right, so sellers are in here. I think we can push it back down to these last lows here. But again, on the day chart, we cannot sell into support. All right, and this grey zone represents support, yeah, because price has reacted historically at this level. And again, we just wanted the break of this grey zone, retest, and then we can come lower. But as you can see, guys, again, we didn't get that yesterday. So I didn't trade yesterday. We didn't really get the setups we were after anyway. But today, Easter has finished, so we will have some trade ideas. So that was the recap, guys. Let's take a look at today's trades now. So it was Easter Monday yesterday, guys. Yeah, not much happened. But even still, if you enjoyed the recap, come join us. Yeah, subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button and smash the like button. We'd love to have you. Merci beaucoup. Right, so trades for Tuesday, the 11th of April. So volume should come back into the market today, guys. Yeah, everyone's back off holiday. So, yeah, things are back to normal as they can be with trading. But before I give you my trade ideas, guys, just a few things. If you haven't joined the free Discord, come join it. Lots of cool things on there. We also have the VIP Discord now, where you have access to me throughout the trading day. We give you our trade ideas. And what else do we do? We give you exclusive content. You have access to a performance coach. So check out VIP Discord as well. Secondly, guys, if you would like to be mentored one-on-one with myself, we do a mentorship program. So drop us an email and we can send you the details for that. And lastly, guys, we have an educational challenge where we give you a bespoke indicator and you can earn while you learn. We do have to pay for the challenge, but there are some great rewards, guys. All right, so check out all of these things in the Discord. We also have a 20% off code for you on the educational challenge. All right. And guys, just while I think of it, we're going to do a live stream for the New York Open, 1 p.m. GMT on Wednesday. All right, so come check that out as well. Lots of things to announce. Enough of all that. Let's look at the trades. So trades for Tuesday, the 11th of April, guys. So the first one is this. This is euro against the Canadian dollar. And I'm looking for a bit of Canadian dollar strength, basically, guys. This is what I'm seeing. We have to be careful with oil, and I'll show you oil in a second. But let's take a look at the Canadian dollar trades first of all. So the first one is this, guys, euro against the Canadian dollar. And as you can see, guys, we were in an uptrend, yeah, clearly in an uptrend. But then price has come back down and found this area of resistance here. It's once resistance here, it's now become resistance over here, all right? So, yeah, we can take shorts off of this area here. But also, guys, we had this bearish candle a few days ago, and we've got this bearish candle yesterday. All right. If we zoom in so you can see that, guys. Yeah, this candle here, you know, very bearish. So we're going to follow this bearish momentum, this selling momentum, and we could potentially just take it back down to these last lows here, this 4630 level here. Okay, guys, that's the idea. If we drop down to the H1 chart now, what are we seeing? So, yeah, so first of all, if price retraces up to here, then great. Yeah, we get real excellent value. Once price gets to this grey zone, I'm looking for a bearish reaction. All right. And once we get that, we can take price back down to these lows. First of all, this is where I would close 80% because this is how I roll as part of my strategy. And then I would let 20% run, guys. Yeah, I like to secure profit. Okay, so that would be the first idea on this pair. Secondly, guys, because this, you know, this grey zone, it would have to retrace quite a lot to get into this grey zone. And bear in mind that daily candle is very bearish. So what we could do, guys, is potentially just trade the first bearish H1 candle that we see, or even H4 candle. Okay, so we could trade, it could be at here, guys. It could be at the moving average 20, because this is like dynamic resistance. So we could be more aggressive and trade the first bearish H1 candle that we see. I usually combine this with an M15 structure break. Yeah, so my regulars on the Discord channel will know I'm always looking for that M15 structure break as an extra piece of confluence, guys. So if we get those things, we could also trade from here, you know, back down to here. But again, I will close 80%, yeah, and then I'll let 20% run. Okay, guys, so that's how I would trade Euro Canadian dollar. We're looking for shorts. The next one is more Canadian dollar strength. It is pound against the Canadian dollar. And this was a trade from last week, actually, that you may still be in, yeah? If we start with the day chart, guys, so what are we seeing? Let's zoom in. So this area up here is very important weekly resistance. All right, so it's worth pointing that out. Structurally, we are still in an uptrend. Okay, but it's not making higher highs. In fact, even lower highs. Okay, so we've had a real bounce off of this weekly resistance level. Okay, so potentially we could come all the way back down to here. So that's what I'm seeing structurally. Yeah, we didn't make higher highs. This is always a red flag, guys, that the trend that it was in could be changing. Okay. And then also, guys, if I zoom in, you can see we had this really bearish candle, okay, that actually broke all of these lows here. This is what I really like about it. It broke all of these lows. Okay, so I still think we have room back down to this blue line here, or even these last lows here. Okay. So for all those reasons, that's why we're trading this short. Remember, guys, you need to have reasons or confluence to enter a trade. If you don't have enough reasons, don't trade it. Simple as that. Okay, but we got enough reasons here to look for shorts. If we drop down to the H1 chart, I love the H1 chart and it loves me. Yeah, we're having a bit of a, I don't know. Anyway, what am I looking for, guys? So as we can see, price finally broke out of this grey zone. Yeah, this was an important grey zone. It kept bouncing off and holding this grey zone. Finally, we got a break here. Okay, so structurally on the H1, we're in a downtrend. If I zoom in now, all I'm looking for, guys, is a reaction in this grey zone. Okay, so I'm looking for a bearish reaction in this grey zone. Once we get that, we can then take price potentially back down to these lows, yeah, and then potentially to this blue target, or even our higher time frame, our lower blue target as well. So I would close 80% here. Then we could close the remaining 10% at this level and then let 10% run. Yeah, trading's not as rigid as you think, guys. It can be quite fluid. We can add to trades. We can partially close trades. Yeah, don't think so rigidly. Okay, but yeah, so we're looking for shorts here, guys, and this is where I would take it from. If price starts breaking up and coming back up, yeah, they're not really interested, guys. I need to see a reaction in this grey zone. Okay, guys, so pound Canadian dollar also short. Things to remember here, though, guys. If we take a look at oil, why am I looking at oil? Well, because oil is highly correlated with Canadian dollar. So if oil is strong, Canadian dollar is strong. All right, so we need to be aware of this, guys. Okay, let me show you on the H4. So on the H4, guys, yeah, there was this huge gap up. I've shown my regulars to the channel this before. This is a huge gap up. And 9 times out of 10, this will get filled. All right, so let's imagine this grey zone here, this grey support zone finally breaks. We're going to see a lot of selling pressure on oil. And this could therefore bring some weakness to the Canadian dollar. So we need to bear this in mind, this correlation, when we're trading the Canadian dollar pairs today. All right, so yeah, just wanted to show you that. And this oil trade is still a trade idea. Yeah, if we get a break of this grey zone, yeah, we get a break. I'm looking to short this pair, potentially down to here or even all the way down to here. This is an ongoing trade that I'm just waiting to happen. All right, so yeah, but bear that correlation in mind. Okay, Canadian dollar strength equals, oil strength will lead to Canadian dollar strength and vice versa. Okay, guys, so yeah, bear that in mind when you trade the Canadian dollar. The last trade for today is this euro against the New Zealand dollar. Where are you? There you are. So it's worth starting on the weekly chart here. So this weekly level here, yeah, you can see once price really reacted strongly at this level, and we are currently at this level right now. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that we're at an important weekly resistance level. Do a top-down approach. If you don't do a top-down approach, I don't know, there'll be big punishments. There won't really, but you get the gist. All right, and yeah, arguably, yeah, just about, yeah, we were in an uptrend. We have had a break. Yeah, look at this candle here. It actually broke all of these lows. That was news driven. I remember that being news driven, but it actually broke these lows. I think that was the New Zealand dollar interest rate decision. But now it's come back up. These highs are still holding. Okay, so it's at a really interesting level to start potentially coming back down. All right, so structurally, we are just in a downtrend and we're back at these highs. Okay, if we zoom in at these highs, you can tell sellers are entering the market. This is very bearish. We had a wick yesterday as well. So there are sellers sitting in here. Yeah, sellers sitting in here. All right, so we are looking to short this pair potentially back down to this blue line, if not further, guys. But my initial trade is to take it back down to here. If we drop down to the H1 now, so there's a couple of ways we can trade this pair. Okay, so this zone through here, okay, price is reacting. This has become an area of support. So the higher probability and safer trade would be to wait for a break. Maybe price does this and then eventually breaks. Once we get a break of these lows, yeah, perhaps a retest, we can then take price back down to this target here. Okay, this might not happen today. It might happen in a couple of days' time, but that would be a safer, higher probability trade. Okay. If we wanted to be more aggressive, guys, we could start trading from these highs. I can even put a grey zone through here. Yeah, we could start trading from these highs. We are not with H1 trend yet. Okay, this is still in a uptrend. Okay, or even a ranging market. Okay, but it is not in a downtrend. But we could, if we were being very aggressive, we could trade from this grey zone. Okay, we get a bearish reaction, we enter the trade. My first target would be back down to this grey zone, where I would close 80% and then I'll let 20% run, guys. Okay, so we could be more aggressive with this trade and trade from this grey zone up here. All right, but we are looking for shorts on Euro New Zealand dollar. All right, guys, so they're the 3 trade ideas, and also oil, but they're the 3 trade ideas, guys. If you've enjoyed them, come join us, yeah? Subscribe to the channel. We would love to have you. I give you my trade ideas every day. I also give you these grey zones, yeah, where I look to trade them from. Okay, so come join us, and also join the Discord, guys, if you haven't already. We would love to have you. Let's take a look at the news now. News for Tuesday, the 11th of April, guys. It's a pretty light news day. Yeah, if I scroll down, as you can see, no 3-star ratings until 5 o'clock, and then there's only one 3-star rating. So at 5 o'clock London GMT, we got the short-term energy outlook coming out of the US, so this could potentially move any US dollar pair, guys. But other than that, you are free as a bird to trade. All right, and volume should be coming back in the market today, guys, after Easter. All right, but that's it. If you've enjoyed the vid, come join us. We'd love to have you. Have a great trading day, guys. Don't forget the live stream we're going to do at 1 p.m. London GMT on Wednesday, okay, before the New York Open. Come join us. All right, guys. See you tomorrow.